What's up, y'all? Bienvenidos. It's your girl Nia Williams, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, it's gonna be another modeling one-on-one video. I'm gonna share with you guys how I got featured in magazines and how you can also get magazine features and articles as well. So first off, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, comment down below if this information was helpful for you. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first thing I want to cover when it comes to magazine features as a model, it is something that you have to really put in dedication and time and effort into, especially when it comes to building your own portfolio, making sure that you have all of your pictures organized and categorized, and just make sure that you have easy access to all of the pictures that you take with photographers. Now, if you're an upcoming model, or you're a starting model, or you're a photographer, videographer, an artist that takes pictures, or however you may present yourself in your artwork, you can also go on these websites and use these tools as well to submit your work to magazine articles. There are always magazines and publishers that are looking for new work and new artwork to be displayed in their magazine. So if you think there's never going to be an opportunity for you to get featured in a magazine, you are counting your motherfucking luck, because honestly, there is so much room for everybody in the modeling industry and just in this industry entirely. When it comes to art, you can get in some places, in some spaces, if you really put your time and effort into it. So the first thing that I will mention for the tool that I use to get my magazine features, some of the magazines y'all see me in, these front cover ones, or some of them I've been published in. And the way that I'm able to get those publications and get featured in those magazines is through the website called KBR, which I'm about to walk y'all through right now. So this is what the main website looks like before you even sign up or log into your account. And right off the bat, you can already see the vibe. You can already see the beauty, the glamour, the fashion. You already know what it is. Once you log into your account, you're going to be pulled to this home page, and this is just a bunch of inspiration by different photographers, models, makeup artists, fashion designers, you name it. This one right here, banger, I loved it. Even these two. You can select from a wide variety of genres to follow and get inspiration from, and potentially collaborations. And all you have to do is head over to the networking tab and find any type of photographer, model, makeup artist in your area or near you. I've even met a photographer and a makeup artist off of this app. It's very useful, especially if you're looking for people to collaborate with on an idea or a photo shoot. You can just find whoever you're looking for right here. Now, when it comes for these magazine submissions, you're just going to head over to the submission tab, and they're going to show you a whole list of publishers and call for works. I highly advise you take your time through this selection and read through each description very carefully. Some publishers require different things for each different type of submission work, so just make sure you read the lines very carefully. You can submit to any kind of genre. It doesn't matter what it is. That's why I said it's a platform for everybody, no matter what type of art you do. All of your active submissions will be right here in this submissions tab. You can also save call for works for later too. And just a reminder, make sure you keep that profile always updated. They always want to see your latest work and what you have to offer. Using that website has really helped me connect with other makeup artists, photographers in Grand Rapids, Lansing, Detroit, just a little bit of everywhere all over Michigan. It's a great networking platform for all types of artists, whether you do photography, like I said, modeling, if you're even a designer or a makeup artist, or you just do wardrobe styles too. Like, it's a platform for all of those types of artists and creatives. But I will also say that these publication features can be free. They can be. I've done all of my stuff on free submissions. I have never paid for a submission when it comes to these article features or these magazine features. But I will say that you can pay for them. It depends on what they have to offer. Sometimes some publications and magazines, they want you to be featured on their front cover, but they want you to pay a price, you know, things like that. Or if you want to be on the front and back cover and an Instagram post and a story and all those other things, it costs to be featured on those other platforms as well. Reaching that type of exposure will never be free when it comes to publications, but I have done my submissions for free, and I have gotten front cover features just based off of my free submissions. And it can happen, it can work. You can get featured without having to pay for anything, but that's just if they actually select you and nobody else pays for it, right? Another thing I would say is that when you get published, it is a great way to add to your portfolio as an artist, just any kind of artist. Even some of my photography work I have submitted in competitions and on different platforms, and they won based off of the authenticity and the expression of the photography that I was doing. And it just also depends. I've done some self-portraits as well. If you're, like I said, if you're just starting as modeling and you really don't feel comfortable getting out and publishing your stuff like that, start with self-portraits. If you have a friend that has a camera, if you have a camera, start off with self-portraits and take those pictures. And if you want to take those pictures and submit them to magazines, you can do that as well. Like, it's so many different things that you can do when you're first starting as a model. But this is also one of the things that I wanted to share alongside all the other modeling tips that I've given as well. Another way to network with a bunch of Another way you can put yourself out there as a photographer, upcoming model, a designer, a stylist, are Facebook groups. You will be surprised how many Facebook groups that I have joined when it comes to photography, when it comes to modeling, when it comes to fashion shows, you know, designer work, even when it comes to business things too. Like, there's a Facebook group for everything. And it's just about finding your community and networking with people. When I first started my modeling back in 2022, yeah, it had to be, yeah. Back in, it was like the end, it was 2022, okay. So, when I started modeling back in 2022, I started off with Facebook groups. I started off with joining the Facebook groups, putting my pictures out there that I've taken of myself, my self-portraits, and putting them out there and letting people know who I was, especially when it came to my experience with modeling, and just opened myself up to different photographers being open to doing work with me, right? And it got some great traction. I met some great people on Facebook, and I've done some great work with them too. My friend Mariah, she does amazing photography when it comes to creative designs. Her mom does these amazing and beautiful butterfly fairy wings too. She makes them handmade. All of the things that we've taken pictures with, the props and all, were handmade, hand designed by her and her family. And that's the type of talent that I love to connect with. And from there, I also did the 2020 app. If y'all remember me posting that or not, if you've been following me for a while, you would know that I did start off with submitting my pictures to those types of challenges and getting featured in signature collections when it came to certain types of categories. And after doing that, in making myself comfortable and getting used to submitting my pictures to something, submitting my photos and taking the photos and doing different types of creative styles, I then shifted over to the Caviar website, and I started submitting my pictures on there. And then from there, I got more traction and more recognition for my pictures that I did solo. Like, these were all self-portrait pictures that I started off with, and from there I ended up getting into spaces where I was in networking events in person, meeting different people and networking with different types of photographers and designers and makeup artists, and it just blew up from there. So it was like, oh wow, like over the past 2.5 years, almost 3, I've done in my modeling career, actually given it a lot of effort and time and dedication. I have done a lot, even getting into fashion shows as well. My first year into modeling in 2023, when I joined the 810 fashion show over the summer, that was a new experience for me. I never walked a runway before, but I walked it, and I was nervous the whole entire time. I was sweating too, and I can't explain to y'all how much of an inspiration it was for me to actually get on that stage and do it, and actually feel what I needed to feel in my body, and be like, okay, this is just me being anxious because I've never done this before. This is me, like, in this moment of anything could go wrong, and I'm just vulnerable. I'm just out here and I'm in it. So from there, it took me to more fashion shows. I ended up getting into a modeling program. I ended up flying all the way out to New York. I ended up taking pictures and meeting a whole bunch of new people too, and it just keeps growing and growing as I expand more on this modeling. And here we are now, getting featured in articles about me and my shop and my creativity and how I flow within that. And then also networking with more photographers and entrepreneurs and women who are in businesses in high places, and getting these opportunities where I'm also life modeling at these art classes. And it's just been this whole entire experience of trying new things and just expanding in new different ways, like, and being more vulnerable than I was before. And those types of experiences help me bring in that type of reassurance for myself, like, okay, I am in alignment with exactly what I want to do. I'm not trying to do anything else, and I'm not trying to fuck up these opportunities that I have. Like, I'm in these spaces and I'm fully present with these people, and I'm very grateful to have those types of experiences too, to where I'm not in so much turmoil or tension in my body to where I can't breathe. It's hard for me to function, or I'm constantly triggered, like things like that. I start to really take into account and appreciate every day that I experience this new side of my modeling career. Now, where would it take me? Hey, only the Most High knows, but I know one thing for a fact, that I'm not gonna stop doing it, especially when it comes to hitting the runway. There's so many different ideas and inspirations that I have, to where it's like, okay, I'm going to execute this in a way where it's actually going to benefit me instead of harming me. I'm going to execute this way in a way where I can actually grow from this, and it can bear more fruit than it will siphon my energy, right? And the way to determine those things, you also have to make sure that you're not being scammed in this modeling industry. I'm telling you, there's so many platforms and so many different fake agencies out there that will literally DM you and reach out to you and tell you that you have an opportunity of a lifetime, but all they'll do is take your money. I've even experienced it. It's the modeling agency hit me up, email me, tell me they're interested in paying for flights and everything like that, and hotel rooms, and then when I ask them about the details and who do I talk to, I'm being told to send money to this person, to send money to that person, to send money to this stylist and this stylist, but I'm not getting introduced to anybody. So that's where I knew it was a scam, and I was like, okay, I already invested my little money, now I'm finna pull out, because I'm starting to see a pattern. So you just have to really be in tune with your discernment, and just really know when things are actually real and when they're not, and trust your intuition with that. I've even had friends that DM me and be like, hey Naya, do you think this is real? Do you think this is fake? And I tell them straight out, hey, to me, I don't know. But if you already questioning it, you might as well go ahead and follow your intuition and go with the long that it's fake, because I've never seen it before. Or if I have seen it before, I'd be like, oh yeah, this thing is fake. Don't even hit them up. Don't even message them. Don't even reach out, right? Because I already be knowing that they scams. Now, I will say that now that I've shifted into life modeling, into expanding on my platform when it comes to my styling of my clothes and everything like that, I've also gotten opportunities from different Amazon storefronts and different types of websites that wanted me to use their brand and give reviews of their brand too. And I don't mind doing those things. Like, it doesn't hurt me to do those types of collaborations. I don't feel like my energy is being siphoned, or I don't feel like I'm overworking myself to try to push out content. Like, I take my time with everything, and so should you as a model. It shouldn't be something that you feel like you always have to update, you always have to post, you always have to do something. Even though there are models that do that, you have to flow on what's right for you. That's all I have to say. Because I've also seen a lot of the people that I've met, a lot of the different models that I've met, I've seen them travel. I've seen them walk on runways in New York Fashion Week, LA Fashion Week, Detroit Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. I've seen them go everywhere with their modeling career. And not one time did I ever sit here and be like, oh, she thinks she better than somebody because she doing it. No, it actually inspires me to be like, damn, I want to get on my shit now so that I can do those things too. I want to travel. I want to go to different places and actually get into those spaces where I can explore different types of cultures and people while also being 100% authentically myself. Like, walk in the room, own that shit, walk that runway, and get my experience and meet the people that I need to meet and keep living, right? Keep living. Even one time I even had a thought to be a pageant girl, but then I was like, wait, hold on. Pageants and all of that stuff is a whole different ballpark. It's a whole different thing, and I don't think I want to be that type of Barbie doll walking and displaying. I really don't. I really don't know. One thing that I would also say is, when you're doing these photo shoots with these photographers, make sure these photographers are not weirdos, okay? Ask if they are open for TFPs, which is time for photos or time for prints. Or if you have to pay, check out their work. Make sure their work aligns with what you want to do as a model. A lot of photographers will hit you up and reach out to you, and if their work is not the type of work you want to get involved in, don't get involved in it. I would also say that when it comes to makeup artists and stylists, same thing. When it comes to designers, you can meet a bunch of different designers who need models to model their clothes in runways, or model their clothes for some photo shoots to promote their brand and their business. And it's always a great thing to be a part of somebody else's journey in a way where you can actually help them achieve greatness. So with all of that being said, it's not hard to get featured in a magazine. I highly recommend we all put our pictures out there more. I really do. I hope this helped you and gave you the tools that you need to promote your artwork even better and even further. Thank you all for tapping in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.